Welcome to the Mediabox. Gunel Safarova here to talk about the Václav Havel Human Rights Prize and the nomination of Ulvi Hasanli, who you're representing, a journalist in prison in Azerbaijan. Tell us about him, his fight, his story.
Ulvi Hasanli is one of the most famous and brightest members of human rights defenders in Azerbaijan. He was a very active person, always was a very active person, and from young age he was leading young movements, youth movements, and other NGOs related to young people. Also was very active in political sphere too. He was once even nominated for parliament. He was a candidate for parliament, and he started his career, I would say, journey as a human rights defender, as an activist. But then in 2016, he decided to release Abzas media, a media outlet, independent media outlet, which later became an investigative media outlet, and was quite famous with its work. The Abzas media was mostly investigating about corruption scandals, about money laundering.
And he was given a 9-year jail sentence,
Yes,
is that right?
Ulvi Hasanli was first person who was arrested in media crackdown that started in November 2023. And after him, there were two more arrests of Abzas people, Deputy Manager Muhammad Kekulov and Editor-in-Chief Sevinç Vagifkızı, who were actually outside the country, but she decided to come back to the country because she said that if her friends and colleagues aren't even arrested, she cannot stay in another place. She came back and was arrested immediately. All of them, in total of 6 people from Abzas media is arrested and sentenced from 7.5 to 9 years. The verdict was given this June, and then appeal court on September also kept the first instance court ruling. So they are still in prison and many years to go. I would like to say names of another people who was arrested with Abzas media case. There's 2 reporters named Nargiz Absalamova and Elnara Qasımova. They got 8 years. And also investigative journalist Hafiz Babalı, who also got 9 years, together with Sevinç and Ulvi. And there is also one person who is arrested within Abzas media case, but was not Abzas media colleague of ours. He was working as an economist for Radio Free Europe, was a contributor for that media, but he was arrested related to Abzas media case and also got 9 years.
And what message did you bring today to this assembly about his nomination and what he represents for freedom of the press?
Ulvi Hasanli represents truth, he represents justice, he represents accountability, he represents transparency in Azerbaijan. He only wanted to tell truth, only wanted to tell to share those voices that was unheard by pro-government state media or pro-government media, or the media wanted to live beautiful life, receive beautiful salaries, and don't care about reality in Azerbaijan, what is happening with people, their struggle. It's okay to not to want to be affiliated with political movements or something like that. I understand that, but if you are a journalist, our first mission is to tell the truth. And Ulvi and his colleagues always was telling the truth, and they are today in prison just because they was not afraid of any repression. They wanted to tell the words of the people, like people in Söğütlü who were protesting because they were living in bad conditions and about the environmental stuff, but they were also silenced. And because Ulvi was telling this truth, he is sentenced. And even now, our colleagues, they are still writing about corruption things inside the detention centers in Azerbaijan. But because of that, they are also facing retaliation again. Ulvi went to hunger strike. He was put in a confinement cell. Other than our girls, the women journalists, they were also treated badly, inhumanly. For now, they were moved to 3 hours from Baku, from the city center, to another region just because they will not have too much information, or I would say, or possibility to give the articles to expose the corruption and other inhuman treatment in the prisons. So they are still facing the retaliation, and Ulvi will say that they will never stop. All of our colleagues, they say that they will never stop. Even after the release, they will continue their work. And Azerbaijan needs media like Abzas media. Azerbaijani people needs media like Abzas media. They need these platforms to be seen.
Gunel Safarova, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.